create a modern, diversified and financially stable energy economy for the country.
The Petroleum Hub project includes a 300,000 barrels per day refinery, a petrochemical plant, and extensive storage and port facilities. The project is also expected to lead the establishment of the Jomoro Petroleum Hub Development Corporation with its headquarters in Jomoro. The first phase of the project comprises many international and local partners and is chosen for its technical expertise as well as financial capacity to deliver on the project's ambitious timelines. The Petroleum Hub project has been designed to elevate the country's standing as a key player in Africa's energy sector, highlighting Ghana's commitment to addressing its energy challenges and leveraging its resources for a long-term growth.
Ghana is one step closer to becoming the #1 petroleum hub on the entire African continent. An entire continent of over 1 billion people and a combined GDP of over $3 trillion would look to us for petroleum product security, affordability, and quality. And our president chose nowhere than Jomoro, this befitting, beautiful, westernmost town on the coast of Ghana, embracing so calmly the Atlantic Ocean and home to such rich culture and beautiful heritage.
At the ceremony, which was attended by key stakeholders, including government officials, traditional leaders, and representatives from the private sector, President Akufo-Addo expressed optimism about the potential of the project to transform Ghana's economy.
This project is a bold solution to the challenges confronting the energy sector. To ensure we stay connected to the action, I propose that the headquarters of the Petroleum Hub Development Corporation be located in Jomoro, and that it should be renamed the Jomoro Petroleum Hub Development Corporation. To support the project, it is crucial to have a skilled workforce ready. I've directed the Ministry of Energy and the board to ensure the training of some 200,000 skilled, semi-skilled, and unskilled Ghanaians in preparation for the project takeoff, most of whom should come from the Jomoro enclave. I've observed the strong commitment of the chiefs and people of Jomoro, in offering their land for the development and advancement of this important project. In recognition of their contribution and with deep appreciation, I've instructed the Ministry of Finance to release as the first step towards the discharge of the liability for compensation some 200 million cedis to commence the payment of land compensation to the affected communities.
And away from the Western region, back to the capital, where the Defense Ministry and the Veteran Association of Ghana appeared before the Public Accounts Committee today and have revealed that the projects belonging to the Veteran Association of Ghana have been abandoned.
If you remember, this nation signed a lottery agreement, or they created a lottery platform for them. The veterans were not getting anything from it because of the way it was originally structured. So when I came, I changed it and allowed the national development to run. And so the veterans have started getting some small money from it. But as the years go by, their money will increase. And so they have managed now to be able to work on 6 of the buildings. So if you go to site now, I have pictures of the completed buildings that they have done. So 6 of them have been completed now, or they are working on 6 of them. So the other 8, as and when they get the money, they will work on them. So I just want to say that we are taking steps to start working. 6 have been worked on, and the other 8 we will try to get more resources. So as and when we get resources, either from government or from the veteran director, we will work on them. Thank you. But I agree with you. From 78 till now. And it's not just Accra. There are various places where veterans have properties that have been left to run because of lack of funding. We will try to see how we will serve over time. And we can thank you very much for thank the veterans who have served them together. Some of them have paid the ultimate price on peacekeeping. Have buried a lot of them either because they've had accidents or the way maybe they're going to resolve a conflict matter or GTC and then they die on the way. Some too, for different matters, they just pay the ultimate price for it. But we have not been able to give them the amount of resources that they need to take care of themselves. These old men, they have nowhere to go. They are sitting down there. The little that they have is a problem. But we have started working on them. Hopefully, next year this time, we should be able to go far more than we have done.
And away from that to some matters of education, because the Colleges of Education Teachers Association, CTAG, has ended its 2-month strike. This decision was announced in a statement released on Tuesday, August 20th. However, it warned that if government does not adhere to the agreed roadmap, the association would resume the strike at the end of October 2024.
The Colleges of Education Teachers Association of Ghana has ended its 2-month strike. CTAG initiated the strike on June 14th in response to the government's failure to implement agreed upon arbitral awards and improve conditions of service for its members. In a statement, CTAG revealed that during an emergency virtual National Council meeting held on August 20, 2024, members unanimously agreed to call off the strike with immediate effect. The association further outlined the roadmap that government must meet to prevent another strike. The frozen July 2024 and August 2024 salaries shall be paid together at the end of August 2024. That the offline migration of the staff shall be completed at the end of August 2024. The offline migration data shall be sent to all 46 colleges of education for verification by individual staff before processing by the Controller and Accountant General Department in September 2024. Payment after migration will reflect in October 2024 salaries, and that the parties shall meet to agree on the payment plan for all arrears immediately. It further stated that the nomenclature to be used for migrating senior members of the teaching staff shall be assistant lecturer, senior lecturer, associate professor, and professor in line with affiliate university scheme of service, and the compensation for all year-round work done in 2022 shall be paid by the end of August 2024, and all holders of research master's degree shall be migrated as assistant lecturers.
We have engaged in negotiations with reps of CTAG, and I'm happy to inform the general public that we have made very significant progress, and I want to believe that from here it is most likely that after tomorrow the teachers will return to school after they have had consultations with their council.
And now still to come in tonight's bulletin, in remembrance of Houthi Nat Hanga, that the people of La and some other Gadangme communities celebrate Homo. For that, we'll take a short breather. Back with details of that story.
Kuje kuduba. Hey, ina zaka da gudu haka.
Danin duba sunana da bayanai a cikin rajista.
Wani sunan? Wani voters register?
Hukumar zabe na shirin babban zabe na 2024. A cikin shirin ne duban suna a cikin voters register. Daga ranar Talata 20 da watan August zuwa Talata 27 na watan August 2024. Daga karfe 7 da safe zuwa karfe 6 da dare kullum.
Ya kamata in je duba nawa.
Ya kamata ka bincika bayananka a cikin voters register. Kuma in akwai bukata, shi a yi gyara. Kuma a san inda da jefa kuriya. Dole ne a fidda mutanen da ba su kasance shiga a cikin rajistan ba.
Kamar dan wanka da ya mutu shi ma ya kamata a cire sunan shi daga cikin rajistan nan.
Ya kamata in je yanzu. Check. Ku je ku duba.
Ya kamata ka san lokutan da yi wanga abu duka.
Ku je ku duba.
Wajen gudanar da babban zaben da za a yi a shekarar 2024, Electoral Commission sun gabatar da voters register don binciken jama'a. Ku yi kokari zuwa duban voters register in lokaci ya kai daga Talata 20 na watan August zuwa Talata 27 na watan August 2024 daga karfe 7 da safe zuwa karfe 6 marance kowane rana. Ko kuwa masu kare kuriya za su iya duban bayanan rajistan su akan wayansu ta hanyar buga *711 *51# kan kowane network. Mutanen da suka yi asara ko suka batar da voters ID card su za su iya zuwa wurin duban voters register su bincika bayanansu ba tare da kadin su ba. Wanda ya kasance ya iya kare kuriya na iya kin amincewa da kare kuriyan wani daban akan hanyoyi da dama, kamar yaro ne da bai kai ba, bako ne, mahaukaci ne, mai kwaikwayon wani ne, ko kuwa ba anguwan shi bane.
Ku je ku duba.
Zabenka, rayuwanka.
It is often said that the human eye is the window to the soul. Also, did you know that 80% of our memories are determined by what we see? Therefore, let us help you leave a lasting and soulful impression. At Souvenirs and More, we are your all-in-one destination for imported and locally branded items of the highest and unmatched quality. For your silicone wristbands, air fresheners, lapel pins, pens, diaries, name tags, plugs, power banks, exercise books, key holders, paper bags, banners, stands, business cards, and many more. We provide you with nothing less than impeccable services that will keep you more than satisfied at unbeatable prices and with flexible payment plans. Locate us at La Paz Station, Obutu Street in Accra, New Town. Please do call and WhatsApp us on 057 532 9333 and 023 332 9333 for prompt response, or log on to www.souvenirsandmore.com.
Yes, Albo! Yes, Alante! Zizi! Or your Kings Drive Ghana Limited. And your preferee. And your taxi driver, another truck driver. And for the one cause almost a Kawakala. Now your car owner. On the more day yana there. As the wood driver's license. Never your two guarantors. After now deposit 10%. Nine your car owner. After you channel today. You're more free comprehensive insurance. Up on the payment to sir. Or you're flexible. About Tobas in the Chanaka Kranka. And you how cry. Truck taxi driver's way. Even car no pay. You won't die. Toyota. Daewoo, Nissan, Sprinter, Kia, Shade, Kabia, you will be. Biker, and a tricycle, small tractor, Aboso Kamacho, Mighty, Kia Truck, you want in Nara, for one track, your head office, our cars one, old timers, off Castle Bajasi Road, Coporidia Branch, Zoom Highway, your Benfidiasi, traffic light, Asamankasa Branch, Oil Filling Station, Accra Road, Insawam Branch, your National Car Health Service, Adwaju, Kaswa Branch, opposite Old ECG, off Kaswa Union Road, Kumasi Branch, Adjoso, Amasaman Branch, Satellite Junction, off Accra Insawam Road, Somenya Branch, opposite main lorry station. And now friend
0540-582-918 and now 0540-583-999.
Kings Drive Ghana Limited. Hard work rewards.
Obi baby Sam say DNT na me yare na makọ hospital na maya menya anu aduru nyantoboase ohun na ne nyankopon abofo etu yare ase na ohun wo yare no ho ahahan a ebetu na se enu nti na ho kire wosa obi so baby say ade na me nko ade me ho kire me ade na me nko maware na me pefuro menya me pe aware na menya na ye fe ni say me wiase me ho hiahia me sa ohun na ne nyankopon bofo a ebetumi aboa ana owotumi ewo de hawo no ho entira enu ti na ma ho kire wo ochire ade sika nsuo wo hia me a me kire wade na ma che wade na odi akwakoye wade ti ne yese mo hwehwe na nyankopon na bode no ho ahintasem se ne ebeye na bibi hawa wo hu na nyankopon tumi anana bode a ewo pomasibre Dr. Fokredi ho adanse yese se o papa produce sperma billions of germs ka hu se wo nko ana wo survive ye enti wo ye nkonimdefo na emom aniema ahinta wo awasase so enu ti na ma de ohwehwe bia no aye din ama se fa ne se yare bia e hawo bia na nyankopon wo na hahan wo ho ana bibi bia la ohwehwe bia na nyankopon wo na boafo ne honhom na bofo a ebetumi aboa wo
ya se ne abrabamu ehintasem Tuesdays 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. Fridays 10 to 11 p.m. only on TV Africa.
Beye emfien son a eko emfien wotwini ena Ghana mampeni na adodanko akufuado ebedi oman Ghana so se omampeni waboa ema empuntu bebre ena akoso ewo na sueya hodo ni nyina na asueya eye enwumesua asueya no waboa ema empuntu bebre ena akoso ewo mu a enye asem keto akra Transformation Agenda Series on Education asueyi ediabano ebeboa abedan eniama pa Ghana mampeni enam Dr. Oseyawo educhum so ediaba ewo enwumesua asueya no emu se wo hwe empuntu a Dr. Oseyawo educhum ene Ghana ban ede aba wo nwumesua no mu a enya senketwa STEM eka ho TVET ewombi free SHS enso krade na educhum kra enti Transformation Agenda Series on Education ebepa eniama panin nyina efa nwumesua no ho no entuma ede achre enu nti no obetimi aka owura edu eho na wadanda niama no ede achre dwumedi obetimi ahwe ewo TV Africa so wabra abo enumre nonnan na yasan so asimu so yawada enumre nonnan
opportunity pontia mediati
ma ho se wonyansa na ndru echire ewo fom
and I'm low current this is a woman you marry
with so much money. I spent a lot.
Honto no bokra no ebema man na ye nyen oye.
I know so.
Oh, we hear it. See what about it?
Once na wo hoye eduane no se nyan se ehwam once na obekọ ho
de Jennifer yema opia meso me yamo
we dey come one man to
Many thanks for staying tuned. Remember, tonight's bulletin is also streaming live on YouTube at TV Africa Ghana. And now, in remembrance of Houthi Natanga, that the people of La and some Gadangme communities celebrate Homowo, Kwasebiba, known as Homowo coming flows, is an important activity during the period for the La people. Chairman of the Planning Committee, Ne Kankalo, elaborates on its significance in the celebration. My colleague Nadoko has more in this report.
Originally a fishing community and known for the early bird catch the best worm attribute, hence the red cock symbol and slogan Wagbe Lagbe, meaning before the cock crows, the people of La are already up and going about their duties. Over the decades, the indigenous men are known to be well-established commercial drivers and women successful traders into sales of many things. The people of La tend to boast of the uniqueness of their Homowo celebrations. One of these things are Kwasebiba, that is homecoming float. This activity brings folks living far from home, like the Latowns, and people in diaspora to come to their root and partake in the celebrations. Speaking to chairman of the planning committee who doubles as Jase, Nikakalo I, he elaborated on the importance of the float.
Ni okwafoye la mba amisha efeye ye Ghana ni la ni ni tuntu lokajono no akane bia una ke la shayu ko no na akane bia ni so na la fi ni ni for find the so ke de aleba mami nyamba yo wo tutu kwa kama mio na kwa chi ni amenyo kwa ni se ko no ni ke ni efe available can have I'm a town lolly. You can't be lolly, Tamo, lolly, and I'm a tap. You two to a for a cake. Man say, La Minion, man say, Bah. Gamble, La go up here, fair. You can't be bar. I'm a barlet. I can see. I'm war lolly. I'm a call, mamma. I'm getting your me. Amema yeloli e bia woje wo kero le ko ni no pe no we ika wana ni wala ka data bi wo o ba ha bi wo menebe wo o ya fa bi wo na ka no ni no wana mini nwe ya gona amita ne ke ke awo ye no ki to wo le be wo ye ka bi o mana mi ko
Let's take a look at what the La Homecoming float is like. Meanwhile, the Numacha Wulomo gave his remarks on the Homo celebration so far, saying everything is going on smoothly.
And now, as many other Gadangme communities has performed the Popo sprinkling rite, this is the only delicacy for the celebration, which is not to be sold but given to everyone for free. The following report has more.
Again, there's a lot of pollution, right? And what do you do with this demolition waste? And it takes much
Now we apologize for the sound. Let's now take you to Gamashi, where the traditional leaders and people of Gamashi and Accra have celebrated the annual Homowo Festival. The event saw the Gamanche Kinteko Takiteko Churu, the second, and the divisional chiefs performing the Homowo rituals, including sprinkling of the traditional food, pupui.
Acting with the media, the paramount chief of Abola Traditional Council in Accra, Ni Ahini Nunu III, advised the youth to avoid all forms of violence and needless provocations as the general elections approach. According to him, Ghana can have a peaceful election on December 7th if the youth of the country stay calm and focused, adding that Ghana is the only country they have. Ni Aheni Nunu III, who is also the State Atofoche advisor, gave this advice at the celebration of the Homowo Festival in Gamashi of the Greater Accra region. Before the celebration could commence, the king of the State, Ni Taki Teko True II, paid a courtesy call on Abola Manche, Ni Ahini Nunu III, as custom demands it, to perform some rituals so that the sprinkling of pupui on the street of Gamashi could start. The paramount chief of Abola Traditional Council, Ni Ahini Nunu III, further urged all Gadangbe people to stay focused and united because their progress is tied to the success of Ghana.
My take on this is simple. We want unity, understanding, good health within the Gadangbe community. As the Gadangbe progresses, so Ghana progresses as well. Because we are in the city. We are the Accra Dangbe people. If we are united in Accra, I think Ghana will be okay. It's understanding and one love. If you love one another, you don't hate each other. So I think this year has been successful because we've united. All I will say is we don't have any other Ghana apart from one Ghana. We are a sovereign country which we need, or we've got our destiny in our hands. So if we don't take this coming election seriously and stop the violence, bite, I take it to well for the Ghanaian people. But as we are united, you can see from the sprinkling of our Bokwe today, you see how united, peaceful it was. So God bless the Gadangwe people, God bless His Royal Majesty, King Takite Gochu, and God bless the Abola people, and myself.
And away from Gamashi, let's now take it to La, where the people and other Gadangme communities has performed the Popo sprinkling rite. This is the only delicacy for the celebration, which is not to be sold but given to everyone for free. The following report has more.
La, like other Gadangbe towns that celebrates the Homo Festival to Hoot at Hunger, has performed the Kwekwe sprinkling rites today, the 20th of August 2024. The kwekwe is made of maize prepared with steam and served with palm nut soup prepared with chile as its protein ingredient. The news team was on the ground to capture some colorful moments. The La Agbawe Manche shared some insight on the sprinkling and gave his goodwill message as well.
Today, Homo is here with us and we are celebrating as such. Today marks the sprinkling of the kwekwe, the annual food for the Homo Festival. And this morning, Tuesday, myself with Imocharulomo of Kwe, where La Mancha is always stood. We have the sprinkle in the various quarters and then moved to Agbawe to also do same. After which I took over and then did for all the houses or the households of Agbawe quarter. And it has been very fruitful. There is joy everywhere, merrymaking, everybody is happy, and that is what we want. So we thank everybody for participating in this great occasion, and we hope that we are all going to live peacefully till the next year when we meet in such occasion again.
Some other leaders also shared their goodwill message for the celebration.
Member wala kechomo ni hapa funfe member wala keshiri mo ni handa mamu fe kedame fe ke afia ya na afia bani na wo fe mo wo yishileke no wo sa gboke abi akchiwata anna wo fe wo gani ga wo fe wo kukana naji wo fe kome ni ka wo bole kutu e wo pe nika wo jebu e wo jemu ni wo ye wonu e wo ko di anu ati ni wo pa ni wo bla fe ama si wo here ni wo yo bo ni wo bo to kwa ka tawo te kwa ka tawo ni si ajo ni mla kwe ni ko je ya wo ya no je ba ni wo ba ni wo ye gbo ni wo ye gbe na ni pa ke tu enu ni wa yi o di wo bi lo ma ko ho wala wala bi awala ho awala jema wala nyema wala onupa awala bege bi awala na ko ba duro wo ni wo ya wo hie wo ka ba se
We'll take a quick break. We're back with some business news.
Kwalia.
Hey, neka kwa maunga kupoze ya.
Mokomania, muduma, ne muje ka voters register ne azo. Duzu register. Electoral commission kama ye wevle bia mo be bad gala. Be ma ya adwene ne ha ye na ne ye duma ne ye mu dweke. 20th August, kokura dweke 27th August 2024. Ye ba shejuma de ya abo 7 am. Na ya kwane 6 pm. De ubi ala.
Anu modikem kwa am de kakra.
Check. Ne emu dweke bia ala wo voters register ne azo. Ekwano kwa elkabi amo oseke kechi be mala bebe hechi ba ma mu elkamo ekadogan na ezan ko ele adren etinde etia ebi amo ansaka otogan la enwoso bia la mo ewul beka yiduma beka bi era do ekrata ne azo
odikem ko ne duma kakra
steko konia no ko ake mu kanene ne melamo e ba via ye
konia
olua era do 2024 ni 80 ara do ngbayima mo e fa krata ne aga ama ebi ala ania Weke about one and who you call Melamo Baye, you create Ashy, War Jacket 20th August, Kokula Jacket 27th August 2024. Yabash Jumadi what 7 a.m. Nayakman 6 p.m. They will be ala. Well, I don't know for Flazo. Men more be helala, Bava phone, Bav Bania Beduma Helon, Educate, 1 Lambabo, star 711, star 51, as what network Biala as. Men more be Milbacata, Anake, Bemu Elecama Babadu, La, no combaho, Elecama Bay, Yikrila Baho Bania, Beduma, Nebemujake. Ella drink by Mamma, no com Babu, Mabania, Bemujaka, Milamo Bene, Ella Direcrata. And more, a ladnet to run la, let adnet in the tia, if you more or Suzuki or Likra, or your flag, Jajun London, Eva Elecrata. Anake Arene Eni Elkazan. Konya. One madre lower clean.
Ready for something refreshing and great tasting? For your kids' enjoyment?
Angel Cola.
For your graduation enjoyment?
Angel Cola.
Beach hangout?
Angel Cola.
For all your refreshing moments?
Angel Cola.
For your parties, get-togethers, events, and celebrations, enjoy a chilled bottle of Angel Cola. Radio Grandma, today is your day. Over to you.
Thank you. Enjoyment Cola.
Angel Cola.
The Enjoyment Cola. Enjoy all your moments and fun time with Angel Cola. This advert is FDA approved.
Yazabo, Yazalante, Zizi, or your Kings Drive Ghana Limited, and your Preferee, and your taxi driver, another total driver, and put one customer Kawakala, now your car owner, on the more day yana there, as the wood driver's license, never your two guarantors, after not deposit 10%, nine, I your car owner, official today, you're more free comprehensive insurance, open the payment to sir, or you're flexible, about Tobas nail Chanaka Kranka, and you how cry, Trotron taxi driver's way, even car no pay, Yawahunda, Toyota. Dau, Nissan, Sprinter, Kia, Chade, Kabia, you, and Pemoto Biker, and a tricycle, small tractor, Aboso Kamacho, Mighty, Kia Truck, you want in Nara, for one track, your head office, our cars one, old timers, off Castle Bajasi Road, Coforidia Branch, Zoom Highway, your Benfidiasi, traffic light, Asamankasa Branch, you know all your filling station, Accra Road, in Sawan Branch, your National Cal Health Service, Adwaju, Kaswa Branch, opposite Old ECG, off Kaswa Union Road, Kumasi Branch, Adjoso, Amasaman Branch, Satellite Junction off Accra Samam Road, Somenya Branch, opposite main lorry station. And now, friend
0540-582-918. And now 0540-583-999.
Kings Drive Ghana Limited. Hard work rewards.
Many thanks for staying tuned. In business news tonight, the Chief Executive Officer of Cocoa Board, Joseph Boahin Edu, appeared before Public Account Committee in Parliament, revealed that cocoa farmers doesn't use unapproved chemicals to spray their farms as speculated by people. He noted that Cocoa Board pay huge sum of money to buy spraying machines for the farmers for production. However, he advises cocoa farmers not to depend on government for the work but have entitlement for their production.
We provide every year Cocoa Board buys machines, spraying machines, for the farmers. But it doesn't also see. I will want to pray to the media that we don't have to encourage this sense of entitlement. The sense of entitlement. But farming is business. I have a farm. I'm a farmer myself. Farming is business. So it shouldn't be the case that if you're a farmer, you should look at the government for everything. It should be business. And I know that farmers who are taking it as seriously as a business, they are making it. We were in the field recently, a young farmer, just about 31 or so years. Last year, he harvested about 1,000 bags. This year, he's doing about 3,000 bags. Multiply that by 2,000. Is that not 6 million? You know, so it's business. And if you are going in and you want to rely on the state alone, I don't think that it's worth it. And the media should encourage our farmers to see cocoa farming as business. And it shouldn't be also the case that the cocoa sector, the cocoa industry is just cocoa board. No. We are talking about national strategic commodity. So it should be of concern to everybody. When the cocoa money doesn't come, we all know what happens. Therefore, we must all, put in our effort to ensure that this national strategic commodity is improved, is enhanced, is protected.
Still in the business news, the vice chair of the new Patriotic Party Manifesto Committee, Kojo Nkrumah, has announced that starting in 2025, import duties will no longer be referenced in dollars, but will instead be based on the cedi with a predictable flat rate.
The problems with taxation is when people can't find some clarity and predictability, and therefore people are doing a lot more tax evasion instead of even at best tax avoidance. And again, in our interaction with the business community, we find that the current taxation system has been made a bit more cumbersome because of the introductions that have been made to help us deal with the recent challenges that we have had. And so our leader is promising three things. Number one, import duties will be A, cedi-based, and B, flat rate. So you have predictability. So if you're bringing in a container of spare parts, you know that a container of spare parts is going to require a duty of 50,000 cedis or 40,000 cedis. You know that ab initio. So that predictability is availed to you even before you ship your things. Today, the system is that it will come in at CIF, dollar value, and then they'll do the calculations on it. So sometimes you are not sure, and there's very limited predictability. And because our neighboring country, for example, based on the CFA franc, is not having that same fluctuation in their currency, it's predictable and it is lower at that point. We need to be competitive. And so what the leader of the MPP is saying is that we're going to make import duties cedi-based and flat rate so that you have clarity. Number two, he's saying that if you look at the VAT spread currently, if you buy an item and they spread out the VAT for you, you are having a cascading effect. And in addition to that, you can no longer do the in and out, as in VAT input and VAT output deduction, as was traditionally available. And so what he's saying is that he's going to collapse all of that into a single flat levy, and then we'll make it input and output deductible, so that it's simple and predictable for anybody who is involved in transactions that have to do with VAT.
And now the coalition of concerned Zimam people has threatened to take legal action against the government over the proposed private sector-led petroleum hub project. This comes after the office of the presidency rejected a petition filed by the group challenging the acquisition of 200,000 acres of land by the Petroleum Hub Development Corporation for the project.
President insists that the scheduled sword cutting ceremony for the project will proceed as planned. Reacting to the development, an executive member of the coalition of concerned Nzima people, Isaac Kojo Indede, said the group will seek legal redress if government fails to heed their grievances. According to him, government did not use the right channel to approach the owners of the land, but rather consulted an individual.
And now the Auditor General's report has revealed that a staggering 61 billion Ghana cedis of state funds are locked up with various companies and institutions across the country. Metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies owe a total of 57 million Ghana cedis, while other state institutions and state-owned enterprises have a combined debt of 5.6 billion Ghana cedis. Appearing before the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament, the Controller and Accountant General's Department, Kwesi Ejay, says a committee has been established to oversee the debt recovery.
Controller, if I heard you right, you are saying that of the 61 billion, you've been able to collect only 46 billion.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. 46.
In fact, 46 million, not billion.
No. 46 million.
Yes.
Yes.
So I have seen the list. The committee that you have set up, what is the state of the committee's work so far?
Mr. Chairman, they are working. It's a committee made up of officers from CAGD and the Ministry of Finance. They are working, and as I said, they got in touch with the register of companies, and we've gotten the list of all those companies. Some of them, we could not trace them, but now they've been able to give us details. Some of them are insolvent. They don't even exist anymore. But we'll go after those who are still solvent, and then make sure that we recover this amount. And then those that are insolvent too, we'll make a recommendation to the ministry and then to Parliament for a write-off. Thank you.
Well, the auditors believe that you have not done a good job. And I want to agree with them. Because the percentage that you have retrieved from the amount involved clearly cannot be encouraging. If it's an exam, you would have failed woefully. Woefully. It's less than 2%. I think it's even less than 1%.
Still in the business news, the Cocoa Board says the increase in the administrative expenditure for the year 2023 is as a result of the rehabilitation of cocoa swollen shoot design farms. Cocoa Board says the production of these farms is not corresponding to the investment made because the farms are young in nature. The minority in Parliament recently disclosed that cocoa production dropped to 655,000 tons over the last 4 years, whereas Cocoa Board's head of office expenditure surged to approximately 3.4 billion Ghana cedis in 2023.
To AFDB and secured funding. And if you look at the amount there, almost a greater portion of that is going or had gone into the rehabilitation program. And rehabilitation started on a very large note in 2019 by Cocoa Board as a funding. But the AFDB money came in 2020. So 2020, 2021, that was when there was, significant injection or investment into the rehabilitation program. Yes, we've expanded a lot, but production is not, reflecting, because all these farms are young farms. At the time the audit was done, these farms, some of them were 1 year old, 2 years, and then 3-year-old farms. And at that stage, the production of these farms cannot, correspond to investment. We hope to see a corresponding increase in production, in the coming days.
And that's all for the business news tonight. Let's now cross our borders to Uganda, where the country has strengthened border surveillance to prevent mpox outbreak. Currently, Uganda has no active cases of mpox, according to the country's Ministry of Health. The 2 imported cases in late July have been treated and resolved without complications. Up to now, the ministry has designated more than 20 districts along its border with the DR Congo as high-risk areas for mpox transmission. Uganda's health authorities also rolled out a nationwide training program for health workers to help them detect and isolate suspected cases. The World Health Organization declared last Wednesday that mpox, formerly known as monkeypox, a public health emergency of international concern. raising alarms about its potential for increased global transmission. Now, Uganda is in touch with the World Health Organization to assess potential life-saving mpox vaccines as part of the country's preparedness and response plan against the viral disease. According to the World Health Organization, the current mpox outbreak spreading from DR Congo has gone high by the emergency of more lethal new outbreak. According to the African Union's health agency, the number of new mpox cases reported in 2024 represents a 160% increase compared with the same period in 2023. And that's our draw curtains on tonight's bulletin. Many thanks for joining us this evening. My name is Akle Dosu. Do have a good evening.